Have you ever found yourself in the company of someone who, on the surface, exudes warmth and friendliness, yet somewhere deep within, a quiet unease begins to stir? A subtle intuition, a whisper in the back of your mind, alerting you that something is off, that beneath the charm and courtesy, there lurks something darker, something unspoken. This unsettling experience is not merely paranoia or oversensitivity. It touches a profound truth about human nature, one that the great psychologist, Carl Jung, devoted his life to exploring. He called it the shadow, that concealed, often disowned part of ourselves that holds our repressed emotions, our hidden motives, our unacknowledged flaws. And while many bury their shadow out of shame or fear, it never truly disappears. Instead, it leaks out in glances, gestures, half-truths, and masked intentions. When someone harbors envy, resentment, or hidden hostility toward you, they may not announce it with harsh words or overt behavior. More often, their animosity takes the form of subtle, almost imperceptible cues. But if you learn to read the language of the unspoken, you will see the signs. Today, we will explore 7 of the most revealing indicators that someone close to you might secretly resent you, even as they smile and say all the right things. Before we begin this journey into the subtle truths of human behavior, take a moment to support this space of insight and reflection by subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like. Your presence here helps us continue creating content that nurtures self-awareness, emotional clarity, and spiritual growth. The final sign may forever alter the way you perceive the people in your life. It is the most elusive and the most revealing of all. Now, let's begin. Sign number 1. Coldness in the face of your joy. True friendship delights in your victories. It dances when you succeed. But when someone cannot share in your happiness, when they look away instead of clapping, when their praise is faint or missing altogether, pay attention. Their silence is not empty. It is filled with unspoken comparisons, hidden wounds, and repressed jealousy. When they cannot join your joy, they may feel threatened by it. They see your achievement as a spotlight that casts their own life into shadow, and so they minimize, deflect, or offer praise so measured it feels like a formality. It is not you they are rejecting. It is the part of themselves they cannot reconcile. Sign 2. Subtle sabotage. Sabotage does not always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it comes disguised as forgetfulness, as careless mistakes, as incomplete advice. A person who secretly resents your growth may not stand in your way directly. Instead, they'll mislead you ever so slightly at just the wrong time. They may accidentally leave out vital information or offer counsel that, though seemingly well-meaning, leads you astray. And when this pattern repeats, especially at moments that matter most, you must begin to wonder, are these accidents truly innocent? Those who are unable to come to terms with their own shortcomings may unconsciously seek to hold others back. It is easier for them to disrupt your progress than to confront the painful truth of their own perceived failures. Sign 3. The unseen contest. There are those who cannot bear your light without feeling eclipsed. Their hidden resentment manifests as a quiet competition, one you never signed up for. You mention an achievement, and they counter with one of their own. You share joy, and they deflect it, redirecting attention to themselves. This is not celebration. It is comparison. It is the slow erosion of mutual joy under the weight of envy. Deep within, these individuals are not malicious. They are afraid that your success will magnify their lack, that your rise will reveal their stagnation. Jung understood this as the mind's way of externalizing what it cannot resolve within. The battle is not really with you, but with their own self-worth. You are simply the mirror. Sign 4. Mockery draped in laughter. Hostility rarely presents itself as a clenched fist. More often, it arrives dressed in humor, sarcastic jabs, veiled insults cloaked in jokes, and sly remarks that wound while pretending to amuse. These are the weapons of those too afraid or too repressed to confront their own animosity. Perhaps you've heard them laugh at something they know you hold dear. Maybe they've made a joke that stung, only to dismiss your discomfort with, "Relax, I'm just kidding," or "Don't be so sensitive." This kind of irony is not lighthearted. It is laced with contempt, and worse, it seeks to invalidate your reaction. Jung believed that when people cannot accept parts of themselves, they unconsciously project those aspects onto others. The humor that demeans you may not be accidental. It may be the shadow speaking, revealing their buried frustration or inferiority through a smile. Sign 5. Control veiled as concern. Sometimes the ones who seek to bind us the most claim to do so in the name of love. They offer constant advice, yet it always undermines. They question your choices, doubt your capabilities, and disguise their criticisms as care. But real support empowers. It does not restrict. It uplifts. It does not belittle. When someone insists they know what's best for you, yet leaves you feeling small, inadequate, or dependent, you are not being guided. You are being controlled. Their concern is a mask, and beneath it lies fear. Fear of losing relevance, fear of your independence, fear of facing their own chaos. Jung wrote that those who cannot master their inner world often seek to dominate the outer one. Control becomes a coping mechanism, a way to simulate order where none exists within. Sign 6. Whispers in the shadows. They never confront you. Instead, they speak of you, quietly, behind your back. The words they share may be subtle, distorted, diluted, or framed as concern, but they sow doubt. They fracture your image in the eyes of others, casting shadows where there was once clarity. This kind of gossip is not casual. It is corrosive. It damages slowly, imperceptibly, until one day you find that the warmth around you has grown cold, and you don't know why. Jung believed that those who spread such poison are revealing more about themselves than about their targets. In attempting to diminish you, they are truly crying out against their own perceived insignificance. Sign 7. Apathetic encouragement. When you triumph, do they seem genuinely pleased? Or does their smile feel strained, their words hollow, their presence fleeting? Those who secretly harbor resentment often find it difficult to offer true support. They may be physically present, but emotionally absent. Their congratulations ring empty. Their assistance, when needed most, is elusive. And while they may never voice their disapproval, their indifference speaks volumes. Apathy, in the face of your joy or struggle, is not neutrality. It is the quiet withdrawal of love. It reveals a heart not open, but closed off, not celebratory, but conflicted. Jung believed that such detachment often masks a fragmented ego, one that cannot bear the emotional intimacy of shared success or vulnerability. Sign 8. The truth within silence. And now, the final sign, the most elusive Yet the most honest, the subtle language of the body. Words are the tools of reason, but the body speaks from the soul. It cannot lie. When someone resents you in silence, it is the shift in their gaze, the tightening of their jaw, the flicker of a frown that gives them away, a tone that cools, a glance that avoids, a smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. The body, Jung taught, is a servant of the unconscious. It expresses what the mind seeks to hide. So if you feel a sudden chill in a warm room, a heaviness in a light conversation, a flicker of dissonance in an otherwise pleasant exchange, trust that feeling. Intuition is the soul's way of speaking to you, of guiding you when logic falters. To see these signs requires more than observation. It demands presence. It requires that you trust the quiet wisdom within you, the same wisdom that whispers when something is not quite right. Remember, not all smiles are sincere, and not all warmth is safe. But when you learn to recognize the signs, you are no longer helpless in the presence of hidden harm. You are awake. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this journey has stirred something within you, reflection, awareness, even clarity, know that you are not alone. Until next time, take care of your energy, honor your intuition, and walk gently with those who walk with you in truth.